Yeah, I'm recording.
Peace, God. Peace, God. We out
I
here.
didn't want water to get in it.
We talk about the dream catcher. Now, the Indians, to them, this was very important. Dream catcher is like your dreams is where we get our visions from. You know what I'm saying? The dreams is very important throughout all history. You know what I'm saying? This is to be able to grab yourself to get to lucid dreaming. All the bones, these are connection. These feathers are the same feathers that my at hold, which is from ancient Kemet, which is the feather. When the that's the spiral. I'm gonna explain it more. You're gonna go see it right there, but I'm gonna keep talking
Take
about
it back to its owner.
We are the owner.
How?
You know what I'm saying? So what that is, the dream catcher is dealing with the lucid dream. Lucid dream is when you have control of your dreams, and like you wake up in your dream and you can control your dream and you can manifest whatever you want. So it doesn't become a nightmare; it becomes a real dream. And that takes with astral planning. Astral planning is before you lift off to go into the dream realm, and everybody does this. There's not nobody who doesn't do this. So everybody astral projects every day.
I want to cut in real quick.
Go ahead.
Because there's two forms of astral planing. We call them all the same thing, but a lot of people can get confused. There's astral planing leaving your body, and there's astral planing flying around within your own inner universe. Your universe is just as vast as the universe we live in.
All right.
So you could be going planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, so on and so forth within the outer universe, or you could be traveling within your own self.
What if I told you that outside is what's inside? What if I told you that this right here, what we in right now, it ain't no different from that dream that you go into every night? What if I told you when you go into the dream realm, you got 12 other you, and you go to these 12 other planets that exist in this realm, and that you go to, and then you're the one, you're the chosen one, you're Christ, and that's what makes you the 13th one. That's why we represent the 13, because 13 is a higher level. And so if you look at the dollar bill, and this is what I'm breaking in, so you know what I'm saying, if you look into the dollar bill, into the seal of Solomon, this all deals with that same dream catcher you seen. If you look closely into the dream catcher, it was the Star of David, or the Star of Solomon, which is the six-pointed star, which I like to call the Merkabah. You know what I'm saying? The body, spirit, and soul, and that's our starship. And if you can see here, that's the Star of David. I'm gonna show every camera. You know, the Star of David in your dollar bill every day. And if you look into them stars and you count them stars have 13 stars. Now ask yourself why. If you do sacred geometry, and this is what the Masons do, which we're the original Masons, because Mason, all that Mason means is my son. I'm the son of my mother, so I'm my son. And plus everybody knows that Masons are builders. Who better builders than the Creator's children?
Also want to break into there. That's the reason why a true black man can't be a Freemason. I myself, as a descendant of Israel, cannot be a Freemason because I was never enslaved. At least not enslaved by those that were beseeching this information. My people beseeched the information or taught the information to the people that ended up being our captives thousands of years ago. So I myself could never become a Freemason. I can only be a Mason or a Moor. A man of Moor science.
And Moor, we all Moor. For the science of Moors comes from Lemuria. Lemuria is before Atlantis, and that's the spiritual realm. That's where these crystals come from. You know, they say Lemuria is a crystal city. When you're doing your meditations and you meditate within these crystals, you go into Lemuria. And if you know the knowledge, you are a crystal child. That's why the word Cristo and Christ and Krishna and Cristo sound the same shit. Thank you. Elaborate on that. Add up on that.
You know what I mean?
And we sweat salt. We sweat salt, and everybody knows salt is a crystal. You know what I'm saying? The crystal skulls, the 13 crystal skulls, they have us looking outside of ourselves, not knowing that we is the crystal children. The crystal skull is right here. We is the star children. Now, to elaborate on that astral planing, every day we astral plane. Every night we come out of our body, because our bodies is little star particles, and we come out of our bodies, and that world that you go into is this world in another dimension. That's why you come into this world, you have dreams of being here in another dimension, in a different aspect. Maybe somebody's skin is going to be blue, depending how deep is your imagination too. Your imagination is the key to meditation.
And I want to break on that too. There's a difference between imagination and imagery. Imagination is the false universe you make up. It's not necessarily real. You have to actually believe in it, and it takes other elements to manifest into reality. Your imagery is as real as this plant, this bush here I can touch. The key is this: when I'm over here, I can't touch it. So it could be real, it might not be real. But as soon as I make contact with it, the awareness of contact, or the becoming one with it, as my particles, my this quantum particles to manifest our connection for me to understand and be aware of its reality.
Right.
You see, imagery generates reality. So when you utilize, for instance, in Kung Fu, we lead our energy around. And when we lead our energy around, we use imagery to manifest that energy current, to manifest that flow. You see what I mean? It's like it's what brings into reality that already is. You see, when God said, let there be light, God was hovering over water. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many different understandings of what water is, but water is ultimately the wave.
Yeah.
Frequency. You see what I'm
and
saying?
water ultimately has hydrogen. And hydrogen is the first element to all the periodical tables, and it's the base of every element in the whole shit.
The proton itself is hydrogen.
Yeah, and the 3 protons, let me speak upon protons now.
Tritium? You talking about
protons
tritium right
and
now?
electronics, the 666. Why they got our people's fear of the 666 when 666 is triple stages of darkness, and it deals with the 6 is dealing with the 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. You know what I'm saying? It breaks down to a whole bunch of shit, and we're not called black. Black is a curse. If you look up the real definition of black, black and white is the only thing that's black and white is the clouds. When it's white, it's absorbing. That's the yin and the yang. It's absorbing. And when it's black, it's giving. That's the yang. That's rain. And we are color beings because we all know that we have auras that have rainbows and have colors. See, in the original times, in the Lemuria times, when we was here, we judged people by the color of their aura. If you had a disordered aura, you was a person that wasn't trusted. You was a person that we didn't.
Notice he didn't say distorted. He said disordered.
Yes.
Peace.
Peace, guys.
When it changes
you know what I'm saying?
into
So that's what we head into right now. The 2013. See, people got caught up with the Mayan temple, the Mayan Olmec, and all that shit. That's us all our information.
Also, I want to break onto that. People got to realize that depending on what you serve, worship, follow, preach, teach, learn, is what